Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. I'm Saba, your English faculty at Oliveboard. Good morning everyone. Good morning guys. Good morning everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to you all. Just confirm me once so that we can start this session. एक बार मुझे confirm कर दीजिए so that we can start this session. Good morning everyone. Good morning. So yes, so let us start this session. अच्छा, today's article is going to be based on a completely different genre. इस तरह के article हमने पहले कभी नहीं की थी. So yes, the vocabs that you are going to learn here, they are of like they will be very very important for you. Okay, तो please quickly join the session, share this session with others. सभी के साथ एक बार session को share कर दीजिए, like कर दीजिए so that maximum can join. Okay. So one article that we are going to basically discuss today that is completely based on different genre उससे related words वगैरह हमने कभी नहीं किए हैं. So this is going to be very informative session for you all, okay? Because you will be getting to know some good terms, some good things, okay? So quickly, if I talk about yesterday's homework, I don't know why, because of that date or whatever was the reason, I don't know, but very few did the homework, okay? So why there was so few homework yesterday, and in fact very few attended the session also. ठीक है, बहुत कम लोगों ने कल session recorded या live बहुत कम लोगों ने watch किया था. So see, this 14th Feb and all these things, they are not more important than your selection. So अगर ये time चला जाएगा ना, so this 14th Feb and all these things, they will not make any difference, okay? तो तब सब दिन एक ही जैसा लगेगा. Acha, it's okay. Okay. Actually, it is nothing to do with that super elite. Okay, that Telegram group is not for super elite, but still, I will share the link and I will ask you to connect. Okay, I will share the link. Yesterday I couldn't share, but today I will share the link. Nature lover. Okay. So good morning, guys. Yesterday's homework was done by Kavita, Prasanjit, Geeta, Navanita, Rekha, Ankita, Ujala, Sabri, then Apurva, and Abdul Shafiq. I think only these many people did the homework. सिर्फ इतने लोगों ने कल का homework किया था. ठीक है? तो बाकी लोग देख लीजिए. From I hope कि today you all will do the homework. Now today's quote is, if I persist long enough, I will win. See, guys, this is something that I always tell you, that your persistence, your consistency, your continuity is something that is going to get you selected. Okay. It is not how genius you are. It is not like what is your IQ level and all these things. ये कुछ मायने नहीं रखेगा. This persistence, and if you persist long enough, because what I feel कि कभी कभी जैसे मैंने देखा है, सबने नोटिस किया होगा कि डे और टू, कभी एक दिन, दो दिन, तीन दिन तक ही आप किसी चीज में अपनी रेगुलरिटी मेंटेन कर पाते हैं. आफ्टर दैट योर motivation, your whatever zeal, everything starts fading. So this is what something you have to work upon. If you can, if you are persistent, okay, so if you are persistent, of course you will win. So very short quote, but yes, it is very important. And if I persist long enough, मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि दो दिन, तीन दिन, 1 month का परसिस्टेंस नहीं चाहिए. किसी भी चीज में कंटिन्यूटी मेंटेन करके रखिए. ओके, एंड श्योरली यू विल विन. ओके. Sonali, I didn't get your homework. My 14th Feb was important for my selection. Acha, it was your interview, Arju, right? So please, after the session, let me know your interview experience. What were the questions asked and all these things. Okay. So those who had, okay, so all about the day's newspaper. So yes, it would be very helpful for you. So this news reading is something that is very very important for you guys. As I always say, news, interview, descriptive, RC. So it is going to help you in multiple ways. It is not only that कि English ही improve हो रही है. तो GA वगैरह सारी चीजें improve होती हैं. Okay. So guys, quickly, those who are here for the first time, like this session, share this session with others and subscribe to our YT channel. ठीक है? तो एक बार सभी लोग फटाफट से चैनल को लाइक कर दीजिए, सॉरी सेशन को लाइक कर दीजिए और शेयर कर दीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए एवरीवन. ओके. Now if I talk about glimpse of today's session, आज क्या क्या करने वाले हैं. So today we have 2 full slides for revision session because yesterday we saw some good vocabs, काफी words देखे थे हमने. So we are going to revise all those idioms, vocabs, everything today. Okay. Then we have vocabs of today's session as I discussed earlier only. So the genre is different, so you will get some good terminology in today's session. Okay. Yes. So those who are regular, they will definitely be benefited. Idioms and phrases, yes, we have. Phrasal verbs, we have. Complete analysis of today's article. So we will see if we can do both the articles. तो करेंगे बिल्कुल. Grammar learning, tone objective and practice exercise. So today this grammar learning is also going to be good. ठीक है, ये भी काफी अच्छा sentence है. So I hope that this is also going to be helpful for you. Okay. So now tell me, are you guys ready for the revision session? Because अब आप लोगों की आदत हो गई, तब तक मैं बोलती नहीं हूँ, तब तक आप ready नहीं होते हैं. So quickly let me know if you all are ready for the revision session. Where is Arno? He's still taking the interview, I think. Okay. Quickly match. Quickly match these words with their synonyms or antonyms. Okay. What happened? No reply today. Where everyone got stuck. जो चैट मुझे आ नहीं रहे, आप लोगों ने रिप्लाई नहीं किया. अच्छा, शुभम gave the answer. Okay. Now, yes. Right? Yes. So we saw good vocabs were common, but we saw different meanings. Okay. Missed the beginning of yesterday's class. Okay. So overreach, as I said, overreach basically we say the act of doing more than authority allows. कि अपने पावर से जितना आपके पावर में है, more doing more than that, that is called overreach. Geeta, you have written 6 twice. Okay. So you need to check. Maki, as I told you, Maki basically we call to tent canopy also, but Maki also we call to star. Okay. So star, eminent, prominent, all these can be the synonyms of the word Maki. So C will be matched with A will be matched with third, B will be matched with sixth. Okay. C outlay, outlay we call to expenditure. Yes, correct. Shubham C outlay basically we call to expenditure. Okay, spending, expenditure, that is the meaning of the word outlay. Embellish means it has two meanings. Embellish we call to decorate, ornate. Okay, that is also the meaning. Garnish. Okay, किसी भी चीज को ornament करना मतलब decorate करना. ठीक है. So garnish, all these are the synonyms. Decorate. But embellish also mean to exaggerate something. किसी भी चीज को exaggerate कर देना. So that is also the meaning of the word embellish. So it will be matched with first. Okay. So there are two meanings of embellish. One is decorating something and another is exaggerating. Okay. Then discretion, basically, disposition, your will, choice, mood. So something that depends upon your preference. So that is called disposition. Okay. So, sorry, discretion. So discretion, disposition, yes, they are same. So E will be matched with seventh. Okay. Further, further as a verb, it means advance, promote, or develop something. So this is the meaning of further as a verb. So further can be a verb also. It means to advance something, to promote, or to develop something. So that is the meaning of the word further. So this was also a good usage that we saw in the previous session. Okay. So it will be matched with 2. And precedent, as this we call to model. Okay. Model, example for something. Okay. So that is what precedent word mean. So G will be matched with 4th. So 3561724, this is the answer. 365 1724. So correct, Arju, John. Yes, Geeta. No, it is correct. So joint Intel Corporation. Okay, good. Okay, after a long time you are here. Okay. No worries. You can continue anytime. Now, next slide also we have further revision. Quickly match these words, guys. Sonali, I'm not getting your reply. मतलब आंसर भी आपका नहीं मिला मुझे. Acha, Prasanjit gave the answer. Very good. Very good. No, Prasanjit and Geeta. Geeta, you have to, I think you have to check your answer. Yes. Correct. Now see, partisan basically we call to bigoted. Bigoted you can say, prejudiced you can say, okay, prejudiced, partial, okay, all these can be the synonym of the word bigoted, okay. So A will be matched with third. Pipe dream basically we call to reverie. Reverie you can say, daydream you can say. One more idiom I said to you, that is castle in the air, Hawaii kila banana. Okay, something that is just in your imagination, not in reality. Okay, you are just dreaming about something. So you cannot achieve you cannot get selection by just pipe dream. Okay, so सिर्फ pipe dream की वजह से आपको selection नहीं मिलेगा. You will have to put your effort into that. Okay, so B will be matched with 6. So reverie is also a very good word that is often asked in CGL. So now those who have CGL examination, this will help them. Okay. So that is reverie, daydream, castle in the air. Okay. Yes, utopian idea, all these can be the synonyms. Raise eyebrows means cause people to react with surprise. So that is what raise eyebrows. So it will be matched with 1. Carry on, basically we say continue. Okay, carry on, continue. It will be matched with 5th. Weigh on means to be a burden on something. So it will be matched with 4th. Potable, we say fit to drink, drinkable. So it will be matched with 2. Revert, we saw a very good usage of revert. Revert का मतलब आपको पता है reply करना. But revert also means retrogress. Retrogress is the opposite of progress. So progress means advance. Retrogress का मतलब moving to a backward stage, worse stage, that is called retrogress. Okay. So demotion you can say, retrogress you can say move back to a previous stage. Okay, जहां से start किया था वहीं पर वापस चले जाना. So that is the meaning of the word revert. Okay. So G is already math 7th. Correct. G 7th is correct, Shubham. Okay. Clear everyone? Yes, by God we even call to narrow minded. Okay. So these were the vocabs of previous session. ये सारे के सारे words previous session के थे. Now let us start today's session. So guys, if you want to remember these words, जैसे अभी बहुत सारे लोगों को vocabs याद नहीं होते, and of course it is a challenging task कि daily इतने सारे words देखते हैं. But most of the words are repeated. Okay. So the first thing is that if you are regular, तो जो repeated words है वो तो आपके टिप पे हो जाएंगे. तो इट इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ फोन, बिकॉज बाकी चैट्स तो आ रहे हैं. तो समटाइम्स इट हैपेंस, उसको फिर से आपको टाइप करना होगा. हाय शशि, गुड मॉर्निंग. नाउ लेट अस स्टार्ट vocabs of today's session. The first word itself is very very important for CGL. बहुत बार SSC में ये वर्ड पूछा गया है, that is paleontology. So you know logy always refer to study. Logy study and logist a person who studies. Okay, logist आप साइंटिस्ट को कह सकते हैं और a person who studies. ठीक है. सो कहीं पर भी लॉजी आ जाता है. सो ये पूरा एक रूट बताया जाता है लॉजी का. तो लॉजी इज बेसिकली ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड पैलियंटोलॉजी इज स्टडी ऑफ फॉसिल्स. तो जो भी फॉसिल्स की स्टडी होती है, फॉसिल्स आई होप यू ऑल नो, ठीक है. सो डायनासोर की फॉसिल्स आपको पता होंगी. सो द स्टडी ऑफ फॉसिल्स ऑफ एनिमल्स एंड प्लांट्स. जो एनिमल्स एंड प्लांट्स की जो फॉसिल्स होती है उनकी जो स्टडी होती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड पैलियंटोलॉजी. इट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म फॉर एसएससी. ओके. The next word we have is relic. So relic simply you can call them artifact. यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. So relic basically an object जो past की चीजें होती हैं, antique चीजें होती हैं. Okay, they can also be called antiquity. Okay, but things of history. Okay, that is of historical interest. Okay, जो बहुत पुरानी object है, जो history के purpose से बहुत important है. So that is called relic. It is also called artifact. Okay, तो relic and artifact they are synonyms. You can say antiquity. Okay. रेलिक आप अपने घर में भी रखते हैं. हाँ. सो रेलिक्स वी इवन कीप इन आवर हाउसेस. ओके, जो बहुत पुरानी चीजें होती हैं उसको एक हम मेमोर के टर्म्स पे रखते हैं. सोवेनिर यू कैन से. सो ऑल दिस कैन बी द रेलिक्स. ओके. द नेक्स्ट वर्ड वी हैव इज वेस्टिंग. वेस्टिंग बेसिकली वी से कॉन्फरिंग और बेस्टोइंग पावर ऑन समवन. किसी को पावर देना. वेस्टेड पावर, वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट. English grammar, you can refer to that SP Bakshi. Okay. Then you can also refer to Mirror of Common Errors, Plain to Paramount. So these are the books that you can refer for basic grammar. Okay. But if you want everything from basic, from zero level, so Plain to Paramount is okay for that basic. Okay. So vesting basically we say conferring or bestowing power on someone, that is called vesting. Okay. Then next word we have is sporadic. Sporadic basically we say something that is irregular. So sporadically is what? एक second. It is noun. Relic is noun. Vesting is verb. Sporadically is an adverb. So sporadic basically we say intermittently. Intermittently, intermittently. Okay. So something that is happening at irregular interval. Okay, not regular interval. जो कभी कभार हो रहा है, ठीक है. So occasionally कभी कभार होने वाली चीजें जो होती हैं, that is called sporadic. It is also a good word. Okay. So intermittently is the adverb. Okay. Yes, remnants means remaining. Correct. Then we have the word intriguing. Intriguing is also, it is an adjective. Okay? It can be a verb also. So intriguing as an adjective means arousing one's curiosity or interest. Is something that arouses your curiosity, something that arouses your interest. That is called intriguing. Okay? You can say fascinating, captivating, enthralling. All these can be the synonyms. Guys, please repeat the words after me. Do not sit idly. Again, I'm telling you. So repeat the this vocabs after me. So of course they will be very very helpful for you. So arousing one's curiosity or interest, fascinating, enthralling, captivating, all these can be the synonym of intriguing. Okay. Then tangentially is basically in a way that relates only slightly to a matter. मतलब tangent ना जो line थोड़ा सा touch करती है, so that is called tangent. So tangentially basically we say something that is slightly related to any matter, not completely related, partially related to any matter, that is called tangentially. मतलब कोई चीज जो किसी भी matter से थोड़ा सा related हो, बहुत ज्यादा related ना हो. Okay. So this slightly basically we call to partially related to any matter. Okay, that is what tangent. Tangent line सबको पता होगा जो थोड़ा सा touch करती है. Okay, so that is what tangent. Okay. Then next word we have is quest. So quest, trivial, no. Trivial we say unimportant, something that is not important, unimportant, insignificant. Okay. So trivial is insignificant, Prasanjit. It is, you can say, petty, of not importance. Okay, बहुत छोटी सी चीज है. That is what trivial means. So you cannot say tangentially and trivial, they cannot be synonym. Okay. So quest we say search or pursuit. Okay. Then appropriation. Appropriation we say a sum of money allocated officially for a particular use. तो किसी भी चीज का, okay, so yes, explore, search, pursuit, it is what quest is now. Okay, hunt for something. Okay, so all these can be the synonyms. See, एक word हमने कल देखा था, that is apportion, right? Apportion is verb. I hope you all remember the word apportion. So apportion is verb. ठीक है. Appropriation is what now? Apportion means to allocate something. ठीक है. So apportion is what? Allocating fund. Okay. So appropriation we say a sum of money allocated officially for a particular use. ठीक है. तो किसी भी चीज के लिए जो पैसे दिए जाते हैं, that is called appropriation of money. Okay. Which suggestion you have recommended me, Devdeep? Now, vandalism that we saw earlier also. Vandalism basically we say willful damage or destruction to any property. ठीक है. तो किसी भी प्रॉपर्टी को willfully जब आप डैमेज करते हैं, ठीक है, पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी, इट इज बेसिकली एनी पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी. सो डैमेजिंग एनी पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज कॉल्ड वैंडलिज्म. एंड आर्सन आल्सो आई टोल्ड यू दैट सेटिंग एनी पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑन फायर. सेटिंग प्रॉपर्टीज ऑन फायर, किसी की प्रॉपर्टी को आग लगा देना, that is called arson. Okay. And vandalism, willful damage or destruction to any property. Okay. Seize is that confiscation, na? That is called seizing. Okay. Appropriation is allocating money to something. Okay. And seizing means confiscation. Okay. Confiscate something. Ankit, I think you need to refresh. Okay. आपको फिर से join करना पड़ेगा. Then video चलेगी आपकी. Now we have very good word that is called rankled. So rankled basically we say cause continuing annoyance or resentment. It is what? It is verb. So rankle is verb, it is V2 form, V3 form. It means caused continuing annoyance or resentment. जो किसी के अंदर गुस्सा भर दे. So that is what rankled word means. It is also a good word. Okay. Then deliberating. Deliberate, देखिए, it has two meaning. Deliberate can be an adjective, something deliberately. Deliberately means purposely. Purpose. Okay. Deliberately means purposely. Deliberately. It means intentionally, purposefully, right? purposefully. So that is what deliberately means. But deliberate as a verb, it means ponder, contemplate, think over, mull, किसी भी चीज के बारे में सोचना. So that is what deliberating word mean as a verb. So deliberate can be a verb also. That means to ponder, contemplate, think over something. Mull is also a very good word. तो सोचना किसी भी चीज के बारे में, that is called deliberate. So this is also a good word. Yes, yes, we are having discussion. Okay, these classes are scheduled by the YT team. Okay, so we are having discussion. So I will of course let you know. Okay, रैंकल के बाद बाई प्रपोजिशन लगेगा मैम. बाई इज नॉट मैंडेटरी. ठीक है, इट डिपेंड्स कि मतलब वो किसी के द्वारा हो रहा, देन यू विल यूज बाई. तो बाई इज फॉर द ऑब्जेक्ट, सो इट इज नॉट अ फिक्स प्रपोजिशन. शुभम. ओके, सो कॉज कंटिन्यूइंग अनॉयंस और रिजेंटमेंट, दैट इज कॉल्ड रैंकल. नेक्स्ट, consensus. This is a very common word. It is a noun. Consensus, you all know, that is agreement, harmony, accord. Okay, तो किसी भी चीज पे जो सहमति हम जा पाते हैं, so that is called consensus. Okay, so agreement, harmony, accord. So I hope all these words are clear to you. ये सारे के सारे vocabs clear हैं. Now these are the vocabs of the article that we are going to discuss today. ठीक है, ये उन article के vocabs है जो हम लोग अभी discuss करेंगे complete. Okay, वैसे we will be discussing both the articles. तो second article is based on economy, और economy से related word आपको पता है. So these are the vocabs of the second article. Okay. Disconcerting. Disconcerting, as you know, troubling, perturbing, disturbing. So something that disturbs you. Inflation is always disconcerting. तो जब भी inflation word आएगा तो आपको हमेशा लिखा होगा. अच्छा, okay, I will see your comment. Okay, Sandeep. So it is troubling, perturbing, disturbing. That is what disconcerting mean. Okay. Dilation. Dilation basically, you know, I hope you know dilate. So dilation basically we say an act of enlarging or expanding something. किसी भी चीज को enlarge करना. Dilate means, you know, expand something. So dilation is a noun, that is an act of enlarging or expanding something, that is called dilation. The next word we have is a very good term, that is called sans. जैसे we say sans mind. Sans means without. It is a preposition, guide. So preposition, that is called sans. Zoom also you can say. Dilation can be zooming also. Okay. Because in zooming also you enlarge something. Okay. So yes, dilation simply you can say zooming something. Okay. So sans is a very good term. That means it is a preposition. It means without. So sans something, basically it is used in a sarcastic way or in a humorous way. Okay. So that is what the meaning is. Then so these are the vocabs of the second article. बाकी economy based vocab तो word तो हमने सारे देखे हुए हैं. ठीक है. Idioms and phrases. Okay, so only one idiom we have, that is across the board. So that is applying to all. Across the board we say apply to all. Okay, ये हमने देखा भी था, that is across the board, it means apply to all. Okay, एक पहले भी हमने देखा था. तो जो चीज हर किसी चीज को अप्लाई होती है, that is called across the board. And we have only one phrasal verb, that is called tamp down. So tamp down basically we say reduce the amount, level, size or importance of something. किसी भी चीज का जो है अमाउंट, लेवल, साइज रिड्यूस कर देना, so that is also called tamp down. Okay, clear everyone? Sans we call to without. Okay, I hope it is clear. Dilute is different, dilation is different, Shubham. Okay, so dilation and dilute, they are not the same thing. Now what was your doubt? What is this? You are giving suggestion to someone, Kanchiwala Bhai. Then, acha, I would write a sentence which gives the meaning, out of so many faculties, these four are amazing. So it is correct. Acha, how to write this sentence using four of the? So simply you can say four of the faculties are like amazing among all. Okay. Or simply you can say among all these four of the faculties. Only if you say four faculties, or you can say four of the faculties are amazing. So yes, you can say the same way you can write. Okay. Among all four of the faculties are important, are amazing, whatever you want to write. Okay. So, or four faculties are amazing. So they are the same thing. Clear? Now, guys, as you know, we have different courses on Oliveboard platform, but I always recommend my students to go for Banking Super Elite because Banking Super Elite, I personally feel that it is one of the best buy plan on Oliveboard platform. अगर आपको कोई कोर्स ज्वाइन करना है, this is the right time. आप Super Elite का कोर्स परचेस कर सकते हैं, जहां पर आपको सारे ही मॉक टेस्ट, ओके, लाइव क्लासेस, ऑल द लाइव क्लासेस टिल 1 year या जितने भी ड्यूरेशन का आप ये परचेस करते हैं, तो ऑफ कोर्स इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. I have told so many times, Kanchi Vallabh, so many times I have told about myself. Okay. So right now we are having Valentine's Day special sale. ठीक है, ये आज खत्म हो जाएगा. This sale will end on 15th Feb. Okay. So those who are interested in joining Oliveboard platform, so yes, they can use my code Saba and they will get flat 40% off. आपको सीधे 40% off मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. So that is what. Then we have a Valentine's Day sale even on SSC subscription. So even if you want to buy SSC courses, okay, or SSC mock test, you can use my code Saba for this SSC also. So this code is applicable for anything that you buy on Oliveboard platform. ठीक है. आज तक सेल एक्सटेंड कर रहा है क्योंकि हैंगओवर तो आपका अभी भी होगा ना. सो दिस सेल इज स्टिल ओके valid. So we also have personalized banking mentorship program. So where you will get 1:1 mentorship, live classes, mock test, interview preparation, physical books, everything you will be getting in this. Okay. So those who are targeting upcoming examination, they can definitely go for a personalized banking mentorship program. So use my code Saba and this course will cost you 10,999. Okay. And if you purchase this course one time, so it will be valid till March 2024 तक इसकी पूरी completely validity होगी. ठीक है. Then this is my code Saba. You can use this code Saba for maximum discount on Oliveboard platform. And this is my Telegram channel. Join this Telegram channel for updates on every session and for PDF. Okay. So you can definitely join this Telegram channel for updates and PDF. Okay. Now let us see the article. Okay. Quick reading, guys. Everyone should read it quickly. जल्दी से देख लीजिए. Whoever removed 29. Why to focus on 14th Feb too much? Hmm? So it's now the first thing is maintain regularity in both the sessions, 9 a.m. session and this 7 a.m. session. Okay. So of course, you can, if you maintain regularity in these two sessions, of course, these will help you. And if you are a paid user, join foundation batch. Okay. Because foundation batch will be very, very important to boost your score in English. So this editorial foundation, all these things will be helpful. Okay. Chale, let us start. Fossil and time. So this is an article based on fossil and time. Paleontology word से ही आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. Okay. On the draft geo heritage sites and geo relics bill. Now there is a new bill, okay, that is being passed in the parliament for on the draft geo heritage sites and geo relics bill. Okay. Now as per the bill, what it is, you will come to know. Okay. Yes. Absolute vesting of powers. Vesting, you know, bestowing powers, conferring powers. कि पूरा का पूरा power किसको दे देना in the GSI. So GSI, you know, ठीक है. So Geological Survey of India. So if the government will give the complete power in GSI only, then it may impede paleontological research. तो जो भी fossil से related research वगैरह है, that can be impeded. Impeded, you know, hindered, obstructed. So of course it will impede, it will hinder the paleontological research. Okay. Now paleontology, you know, something that is related to fossil, that is what paleontology word means. Anything that is related to fossil. Okay. Impede means obstruct, hinder, it will hinder that research. Okay. No. Sporadically means occasionally, regular basis पे नहीं, but कभी कभी. But surely, occasionally, but surely, paleontologists report intriguing discoveries from India. So even though not on a regular basis, and this is something that you cannot expect on a regular basis, okay. But yes, paleontologists in India, so those who do the study of fossils and all, they tell us about fascinating discoveries from India. वो इंडिया से बहुत अच्छे अच्छे discoveries बताते रहते हैं, ठीक है. Now, in January, a team discovered 92 dinosaur nesting sites with 256 fossilized eggs of the Titanosaurus, among the largest of its kind from 100 to 66 million years ago, when India was a continent and yet to merge into the Eurasian landmass. Okay. Now, in January, a team of paleontologists, okay, they discovered 92 dinosaur nesting sites. उन्होंने 92 dinosaur nesting sites discover की थी with 256 fossilized eggs of the Titanosaurus. ठीक है. और इनके जो है ना 256 fossilized eggs बनाए थे Titanosaurus के, और ये Titanosaurus जो है वो that is the largest kind of dinosaurs, you can say. Okay. From hundreds to 66 million years ago, and these eggs are very very old. Okay, you can imagine कि 100 or 66 million years ago कि ये egg आपको मिले हैं. When India was a continent, and that time India was a continent and yet to merge into the Eurasian landmass. So that was the time when India was a continent and India was not merged with the Eurasian landmass. मतलब वो merge होने वाला था. तो उस time के आपको क्या मिले थे? Fossilized eggs मिले थे, right? Similarly, the deserts of Kutch, Gujarat, and Deccan Traps in Maharashtra bear witness to the forces that shaped the diverse geography and tangentially history of the most populous country. In the same way, अभी आपको ये बहुत important discovery मिली है इंडिया में, okay? Then in the same way, the deserts of Kutch, Gujarat, and Deccan Traps in Maharashtra, these places bear witness to the forces that shape the diverse geography. तो यहाँ पर आपको कुछ ऐसी चीजें मिली हैं जिससे आपको ये पता चल रही है हाउ जियोग्राफी वाज शेप्ड, ओके, एंड टेंजेंशियली हिस्ट्री ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉपुलस कंट्री. ओके, तो यू कैन से कि इन मतलब इन इंडिया की कैसे हिस्ट्री वगैरह हुई थी. तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आल्सो वी गॉट. So these all things are possible only by paleontologists. Okay, unlike the search. Okay, aim search to preserve cultural history and man-made artifacts from archaeology, there has been limited effort to preserve and communicate at large this natural geohistory such as rock formations, sediments, and fossils. Okay, now see, government is taking so many efforts. Coming to all your doubts, okay, who is asking the meaning of Titanosaurus? My dear, Titanosaurus is an animal, so there cannot be any meaning for that. If you ask me the meaning of Dinosaurus, so I cannot tell you. Okay, so it means it is an animal, Titanosaurus. Okay, so it is a type of Dinosaurus. Clear? Fossilized means something that has been fossil. मतलब fossil से जो बना हुआ है, so that is called fossilized. Clear? Now the question is, ma'am, can't it be 100 to 66 million, 66 to 100 million years ago? So it is what जब अगो आप लिख रहे हैं तो मतलब you know कि 100 वाला पहले होगा फिर 66 देखें. Something that is 100 years ago, that is older, okay, and 66 million years ago, so that is less older. So that is why it is written 100 to 66. So that is the logic behind writing this. Because 100 वाला ज्यादा पुराना होगा, 66 वाला कम पुराना होगा. So that is the meaning. Okay. Coming to everything, okay, unlike the search to preserve cultural history means government is taking so many efforts to preserve the cultural history. Okay, archaeological survey of India, ASI, is very very active, and government is taking so many efforts to to preserve all these artifacts. From the artifacts means the relics only. So government is taking so much effort to preserve the artifacts from the archaeology, but government is not taking that much effort to preserve and communicate this natural geohistory. Geohistory means rock formation, sediments, and fossils. इस पे आप देखेंगे गवर्नमेंट का अटेंशन बहुत कम जाता है. Okay, for decades now, researchers have been warning that this neglect is leading to an erasure basically we call to eradication of this history from the public mind, and a destruction as well as appropriation of this natural wealth. Okay, now researchers means paleontologists, those who study about this fossils and all, they have been warning that this neglect of paleontological research, ये जो भी चीजें जियो हिस्ट्री का जो रिसर्च है, So it is leading to an eraser and eradication of this history. इससे ये history लोगों के mind से खत्म होती जा रही है. Okay, from the public mind, and the destruction as well as appropriation of this natural wealth. Now what does this appropriation means? Ki it is also related to destruction, matlab it is also leading to destruction as well as appropriation of this natural wealth. Yes, here it means confiscation of natural wealth. Like people, when government is not paying attention, so people, they are confiscating, they are seizing all these things, natural wealth. Okay, yes, so here it means confiscation only. Okay, matlab without any permission and all, people, they are seizing this natural wealth. Okay, to that end, now at this note, the draft Geo Heritage Sites and Geo Relics Preservation and Maintenance Bill 2022, piloted by the Ministry of Mines, is seen as a step to give the process of such conservation firmer footing. Now, in this way, now if we talk about this bill, what is that bill? Draft Geo Heritage Sites and Geo Relics Bill. So this bill is related to preservation and maintenance of all these fossil sediments and all these things. So this can be seen as a step to give the process of such conservation firmer footing. तो इसको एक ये बेस देगा, एक और मतलब इन सारे प्रोसेस को कंजर्व करने को एक बेस मिलेगा, because government is now to going to protect all these things. Okay, the bill's provisions give the Director General of Geological Survey of India, that is GSI, a subordinate body of Ministry of Mines, the power to declare sites as geo-heritage value. ठीक है? Take possession of relics, that is either fossils or rocks, that rest in private hands, prohibit construction 100 meters around such a site, penalize with fines of to rupees 500 lakh and so rupees 5 lakh and possibly imprisonment, vandalism, defacement, and violations of directives by the Director General of the GSI. Now, what is this mean? What does this mean? ये पूरा का पूरा एक sentence है, ठीक है? This bill, now this draft Geo Heritage Sites and Geo Relics Bill, it give the Director General of the GSI, कि जो GSI के Director General है उनको. So GSI is what? It is a subordinate body of the Ministry of Mines. कि it is a subordinate body of Ministry of Mines. तो उनके Director General को ये power देता है to declare sites as geo heritage. Now they have the power to declare any such site as geo heritage. Okay. Now, if a site has been declared as of geo heritage value, अगर किसी भी site को आपने geo heritage value को declare कर दिया है, so it means they can take possession of relics, fossils or rocks. Basically, that is in private hand. कि अगर वो किसी private person के हाथ में है, now GSI can take the possession of all such relics, whether it is fossils or rocks. Okay. Now they will prohibit construction 100 meters around such a site. तो जो भी जीएसआई जियो हेरिटेज साइट्स होंगे उसके 100 मीटर अराउंड पे कोई भी कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं हो पाएगा. There will be penalty of 5 lakh and possibly imprisonment. ठीक है, 5 लाख की पेनाल्टी होगी, imprisonment होगा, vandalism, defacement and violations of directives by the Director General of the GSI. तो अगर इनको कोई भी violate करता है जो भी directives वगैरह है, तो of course there will be fine of 5 lakh. This has rankled experts. Rankled means annoyed expert. Okay, irritated, who work outside the GSI fold. Now, there are many experts, those who are not in GSI, but still they are working on all these paleontology and all. Okay? So, who work outside the GSI fold in central and state universities, institutes of national importance, and private organizations, who fear that such absolute vesting of powers in their GSI alone may impede paleontological research. Now, the experts, those who are not part of GSI, they are very much annoyed and they are concerned that if the complete power will be given to GSI only, so of course it will impede, it will hinder paleontological research, because now others, they will not be interested in such research कि फिर वो उनके अंदर कोई enthusiasm नहीं रह जाएगा इस तरह के research को करने का. They demand a more inclusive body on the lines of National Geo-Heritage Authority that can more democratically decide on declaring sites as being of geohistorical importance and how best to preserve artifacts and finds. Now, these experts are demanding that there should be more inclusive body. Inclusive body means there many other people should also be included. Okay. एंड दैट बॉडी शुड फंक्शन मोर डेमोक्रेटिकली, ओके, वो जीएसआई से ज्यादा डेमोक्रेटिकली फंक्शन करना चाहिए, एंड दे शुड बी डिसाइडिंग ऑन डिक्लेयरिंग साइट्स ऑफ एज ऑफ बीइंग जियो हिस्टोरिकल इंपॉर्टेंस, ठीक है, तो वो लोगों को पावर देना चाहिए जियो हिस्टोरिकल या जियो हेरिटेज साइट्स को डिक्लेयर करने का, ओके। The government, it is learned, is still far from introducing the bill in parliament and deliberating on several aspects. Okay, so the government has not yet introduced this bill. Okay, but government is far from that. Is still thinking. Deliberating means contemplating, pondering, mulling over this. Okay, so it is thinking on several aspects. इसमें बहुत सारे aspect पे government अभी भी काम कर रही है. While there are merits and demerits to either approach on governance, अगर गवर्नमेंट कोई भी अप्रोच लेती है खाली जीएसआई को देने का या और इंक्लूसिव बॉडी बनाने का, so there are merits and demerits of both these approaches. Okay, it is important to keep in mind that legislation, while acting as a ring fence, ought not to become a tool for suppressing independent investigation. But the government will have to keep this point in mind that whenever we are forming any such bill, so it should not become a tool for suppressing independent investigation. मतलब उससे जो independent investigation है वो रुक नहीं जाना चाहिए. This is the only thing that government should keep in mind. Given the premium for land and India's economic needs, there will be conflict over questions of preservation and livelihood. But any legislation must endeavor to balance these forces and enable consensus. Okay. If we talk about India, okay, so there will be always conflict over the question of preservation of land and livelihood, okay. But legislation should endeavor, okay, should effort to balance these forces and enable agreement among the people, among all the people, okay. So that is what the sense is. Clear, everyone? I hope this article is clear to everyone, okay. Got it? Chale, tell me what is wrong here. जो सबसे बड़ा सेंटेंस था that I have chosen for spotting error. So quickly tell me what is incorrect here. Nice article, very nice article, completely different thing. तो इससे ना हम लोगों को बहुत सारी चीजों के बारे में पता भी लगता है, आइडिया भी लगती हैं इस तरह की चीजें पढ़ने से. सो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू इंक्लूड डाइवर्स सब्जेक्ट इन योर रीडिंग. Little difficult, yes, because it is of different genre. Okay, so such type of article we are doing for the first time. Now quickly tell me what is wrong here. फटाफट से. What is wrong here, guys? Excellent, Arju. Excellent. Yes. Now see, it is a very good sentence. See, this is how the level. मतलब SBI PO रखेंगे ना तो ऐसी पैराग्राफ देकर के एरर पूछता है. The bill's provisions. The bill's provisions, plural subject. Now please try to understand the structure of the sentence. Okay. Give, plural verb, correct. The Director General of GSI, a subordinate body of the Ministry of Mines. यहाँ तक तो कोई error है नहीं because ये explain किया गया है. The power to declare. So give is the finite verb. अभी तक आपको कोई conjunction नहीं दिखा. So give power to declare sites. To declare is correct as having geo heritage value. ठीक है. टेक पोजेशन, नॉट टू से कनेक्टेड है तो यहां पर भी कोई टू नहीं लगेगा. टेक पोजेशन ऑफ रेलिक्स दैट रेस्ट, नॉट द एंटीसीडेंट ऑफ दिस दैट इज रेलिक्स. सो इट इज प्लूरल, सो दिस वर्ब इज प्लूरल. That rest in private hands. Now see, all these are connected with this only. It give the power to declare sites, take possession of relics, and prohibit construction. So here also to is not required because all these infinitives are connected by commas. Okay, so it will be only prohibit, and this prohibit is infinitive, bare infinitive. So one of the good questions of two or three infinitives connected with and. ठीक है, तो ये उसका एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. यहाँ पर आपका टू नहीं होगा. So prohibit construction 100 meters around such a site. पेनलाइज, इट इज अगेन V1. तो देखिए सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक कंजंक्शन है दैट, तो ये एक फाइनाइट वर्ब आया है दैट के बाद. बाकी जितने भी वर्ब हैं ये इसी से कनेक्टेड है. गिव द पावर टू टेक पोजेशन, Prohibit construction, penalize with fines. Okay, so all these are credited with and only. Take of up to rupees 5 lakh and possibly imprisonment, vandalism, defacement, and violations of directive by the Director General of GSI. So yes, error lies in C. Part 2 will be omitted. Clear, everyone? Rest in hand. That is correct. That rest in, that lies in. Rest here means lies in. Rest on means depend on. Okay, Arju? So rest on, basically we say depend on something, rely on something. And rest in means lie in private hands. Ma'am, why is after I will become wrong and is changed to after I become? That I will tell you a proof. Okay. Clear, everyone? So this grammatical question was also very, very good. I can say one of the best questions of grammar. Okay. Now, what is the tone of today's article? Hurry up. अनुज लास्ट में एंड इम्प्रिजनमेंट वगैरह से कनेक्टेड है, देखिए. Yes, starting it is analytical, and then last paragraph, first paragraph is purely analytical. Okay, then second informative also, you can say informative and analytical first paragraph. Okay, second paragraph से आपका थोड़ा बहुत concern start है, concern and suggestion. If you talk about second paragraph, so it is concern and suggestion, because बाकी लोग concerned थे, ठीक है, suggestion concern it is in the second paragraph. Yes, so second paragraph is basically concern and suggestion. First paragraph is completely analytical and informative. Okay, so got everyone? Now this is a homework. You have to use these two, only two phrases we saw across the board, one idiom and one phrasal verb. Okay. There was a question, what is the difference between dilution and dilation? So dilate basically we call expand something. Dilate का मतलब क्या होता है? किसी भी चीज को expand करना. Dilute basically we say reduce the concentration of something. Reduce the concentration or amount of something. So this is the difference between dilution and dilation. Clear, everyone? So someone asked here. Yeah, tone basically we call to author's attitude. Okay, so tone basically means what is author's attitude towards writing. So first paragraph analytical, basically we say when we discuss the pros and cons of something. So paleontological research and that bill that has been discussed in the first paragraph, so you can say that is providing information. First paragraph is completely information, so it will be informative or analytical. Okay, but second paragraph it is what? So second paragraph means it is concern and suggestion, because author has expressed the concern of private independent bodies, those who are not under GSI. Okay, and it is a suggestion also that whatever government is doing, government should keep a few points in mind. Okay, so that is what concern and suggestion means. So the situation, then you can say situation, mood of the author, tone of the author. That is basically what the tone of article is. Author's mood. It depends. It represents author's mood, author's way of writing. Got it, Jinna Venkata? Now, is it clear? So, I think today we will not be able to discuss the second article. But yes, आप एक बार अगर देखेंगे, 1 second, let me come to that part. Okay. It is warning across a board in my team. What does this mean? See, is it visible, guys? Is it visible, guys? Quickly, very quickly, I will explain this. ठीक है, बहुत जल्दी से देखेंगे. देख लीजिए, ठीक है? Now, the second article is on inflation. Okay, the second article is on inflation. So, inflation से related हमने बहुत सारी चीजें पहले भी की हुई हैं, ठीक है? So, disconcerting dilation on retail inflation. Disconcerting means troubling. Dilation means expanding. So, inflation is expanding. Inflation is enlarging. Okay, so it is basically on retail inflation hike. ये जो है basically retail inflation hike पर है. Okay, zoom तो कर दिया. Now visible. इतना तो ठीक है ना? This much is okay for everyone. ठीक है? सो इन्फ्लेशन एक ऐसी चीज है कि जो आपको पता है कि अभी ये कंट्रोल हो ही नहीं रही है, करेक्ट? सो अनटेम्ड इन्फ्लेशन, अनटेम्ड मीन्स अनकंट्रोल्ड इन्फ्लेशन, लाइक इन्फ्लेशन इज नॉट अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ एनीवन. ओके, yes, Ujala, actually that is missing from so many days, but yes, this week anyhow I will provide. Okay, so I promise you this week definitely I will provide you January month's monthly that vocab PDF. Okay, इस बार तो करके रहूंगी मैं, देखती हूँ मैं जैसे ही टाइम मिला आई विल डू दैट. ओके, सो अनटेम्ड इन्फ्लेशन रिस्क हर्टिंग डोमेस्टिक कंजम्पशन की जो इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल नहीं है दैट इज यस हर्टिंग डोमेस्टिक कंजम्पशन. ठीक है. Just 5 days after, RBI, Reserve Bank of India Governor Shakti Kanta Das asserted means stated that inflation has shown signs of moderation and the worst is behind us. Do you know we did one article related to this in the previous week कि उनका आरबीआई गवर्नर का ये स्टेटमेंट था कि इन्फ्लेशन जो है वो थोड़ा थोड़ा मॉडरेट हो रहा है और हमारा मतलब वर्स्ट इज बिहाइंड अस. ठीक है. तो दिस इज व्हाट उसके जस्ट 5 डेज के बाद ही उनका ये जो स्टेटमेंट आया था. तो आफ्टर जस्ट 5 डेज मंडेज रिलीज ऑफ कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स, तो मंडे को जो सीपीआई रिलीज हुआ था, एस्टिमेट्स फॉर जनवरी रिवील अ डिसकंसर्टिंग रिवर्सल इन प्राइस ग्रेन ट्रेंड, कि मतलब फिर से वो बता दिया कि प्राइस ग्रेन ट्रेंड जो है वो फिर से स्टार्ट हो गई है. मतलब इस prices of commodities they have started rising again. Okay, as per the January CPI. Okay. Headline retail inflation, which had steadily eased over the last quarter of September 2022 from last quarter of 2022 from September's 5-month high of 7.4%, quickened by 80 basis point last month to 6.5%. Again, data is given. कि if you talk about retail inflation, so retail inflation has eased over. Eased means थोड़ा सा वो कम हुई थी. Okay, last quarter of 2022. तो 2022 का जो लास्ट क्वार्टर था वहां पे रिटेल इन्फ्लेशन थोड़ा सा कम हुई थी. बट अगेन इन जनवरी इट इंक्रीज. जनवरी में फिर से वो इंक्रीज कर गई है टू 6.5%. प्रोपेलिंग द एक्सेलरेशन वाज अ 175 basis point jump in food prices. ओके, ये एक्सेलरेशन किस वजह से हुआ था? बिकॉज फूड प्राइसेस में आपको इंक्रीमेंट देखने को मिला था. विथ इन्फ्लेशन मेजर्ड बाय द सीपीआई क्विकन टू 5.9% फ्रॉम डिसंबर 4.19%. तो अगर आप दिसंबर से जनवरी मंथ में कंपेयर करेंगे तो इन दिसंबर द इन्फ्लेशन वाज दैट 4.19%, but in January it increased to 5.94%. Adding to the disquiet is the fact that inflation has already been at an elevated 6% in January 2022, implying that the year-on-year increase was sans means without a favorable base effect and entirely due to an upsurge in the momentum of price gains. It means एडिंग टू दिस डिस्क्वाइट, मतलब ऑलरेडी द प्राइसेस आर इंक्रीजिंग और इन सब में जो एक ऐड कर देता है इन सारे प्रॉब्लम में इज द फैक्ट दैट इन्फ्लेशन हैड ऑलरेडी बीन एट एन एलिवेटेड 6%, कि इन्फ्लेशन पहले से ही 6% से ज्यादा हाई पे चल रहा है. ठीक है. एंड दिस इम्प्लाइज दैट ईयर ऑन ईयर इंक्रीज, ठीक है, वो ईयर ऑन ईयर इन्फ्लेशन में इंक्रीज हो रहा है विदाउट अ फेवरेबल बेस इफेक्ट एंड एंटायरली ड्यू टू एन अपसर्ज इन मोमेंटम ऑफ प्राइस गेन्स. So why this inflation is increasing? Because we can see the price grain. Okay, वहां पे momentum हमें increment देखने को मिल रहा है. Food prices climbed across the board. मतलब हर सेगमेंट में फूड प्राइसेस जो है जंप कर गई हैं. With vegetables being the solitary item in the CPI 12-member food and beverages subgroup to post a year-on-year inflation of 11.7% as winter supply outstripped demand. Now, what it is mean? What does this mean? फूड प्राइसेस तो हर जगह बढ़ी है, बट इफ यू टॉक स्पेशली ऑफ वेजिटेबल्स, सो वेजिटेबल्स हैव इंक्रीज्ड टू. ओके, okay, if we talk about vegetable being the solitary item in CPI's 12-member food and beverages subgroup to post a year-on-year deflation of 11.7% as winter supply outstripped demand, because winter की supply ज़्यादा हो गई थी, तो that is why there was deflation only in vegetables. Okay. Cereals, which include rice and wheat and carries the heaviest weight of almost 10% in the subgroup, logged a 16.1% jump in the prices. Cereals के prices में आपको jump देखने को मिला था. And milk and dairy products, the second heaviest, saw price gain 8.79%. तो मतलब vegetables में थोड़ा बहुत आपको reduction देखने को मिला होगा. But if you talk about cereals, if you talk about milk and dairy products, so yes, there also was increase in 16.1% and 8.79%. Policymakers must be particularly worried about the 2.6% month-on-month dilation in cereal prices, more so because this disproportionately impacts the rural household. Now policy makers must be particularly worried, वो लोग ज्यादा worried होंगे about the 2.6% month on month dilation, कि मतलब इसमें जो increase हो रहा है cereal prices में, because this is impacting the rural household, क्योंकि वहां पे cereals वगैरह ही ज्यादा खाया जाता है, और वहां पर अगर prices बढ़ जाएंगी तो of course it will affect the household, complete rural household. Okay, which spend a largest share of their income on food, ठीक है, क्योंकि उनका ज्यादा पैसा खाने पे ही जाता है रूरल में. With a 12.4% weight in the rural consumption basket, cereal prices fueled January's overall rural headline inflation at an even quicker 6.85% pace. तो अगर आप रूरल इन्फ्लेशन की बात करेंगे तो वहां पे सीरियल प्राइसेस में जो इंक्रीमेंट देखने को मिला था, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, सो रूरल इन्फ्लेशन हैज increased to 6.85% pace. Okay. The surprise reversal in price trend suggests inflationary expectations in the economy are nowhere near anchored and will necessitate further policy action both from RBI and fiscal authorities. फिर से रेडी हो जाइए प्राइस चेंज के लिए, ठीक है, बिकॉज अब फिर से जो रिवर्सल इन प्राइस ट्रेंड हो गया, कि फिर से जो प्राइस इंक्रीज होने लगी है, सो इट शोज दैट कि कहीं ना कहीं इन्फ्लेशन अभी भी कहीं स्टॉप नहीं हुआ है. इट इज नॉट सेफ. ओके, एंकर्ड मींस इट इज नॉट सेफ, इट हैज नॉट स्टॉप्ड, and again it will need further policy action to control it both from the RBI and fiscal authorities, कि हमको फिर से पॉलिसी वगैरह चाहिए होंगी, प्राइस गेन वगैरह करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. To be sure, Mr. Das last week not only announced a 25 basis point interest rate increase, but also committed the RBI to enacting policy that ensures a durable disinflation. जो लोग प्रीवियस वाली आर्टिकल पढ़े होंगे उनको अच्छे से पता होगा कि हमारे गवर्नर ने बोला था कि इन्फ्लेशन को मॉडरेट करने के लिए, इनफैक्ट ये जो है IMF का भी यही प्रिडिक्शन था कि टू कंट्रोल इन्फ्लेशन the central bank will have to keep on changing prices, changing these policy rates time to time. तो उनको चेंज करना पड़ेगा. लास्ट वीक ही आपको पता होगा कि इंडिया में भी 25 बेसिस पॉइंट से इंटरेस्ट रेट इंक्रीज किया गया था, राइट. With core inflation or price gains that stripped out the impact of food and fuel prices remaining stubbornly stuck above 6% and in fact inching up last month to 6.23% from December's 6.22%, policymakers face the challenge of targeting the components of inflationary trend that can be addressed by raising credit cost and tamping down on demand. Okay. So all these things, they are impacting the food and oil prices. Okay, so this is a challenge before policymakers also. Okay, so they means they want to focus on something that by what is policymakers face the challenge of targeting the components of inflationary trend that can be addressed, means they are not getting any clue to address all this price raise by raising credit cost, or tamping down means reducing demand. Okay, given that inflation is several key services categories, including health and personal care, is running well above the RBI's upper bound of 6%. With prices continuing to harden, the center and GST must mull means think, measures including rationalization of GST rates to help ease the inflationary burden on the economy. अब देखिए, इन्फ्लेशन जो सेवरल की सर्विसेज कैटेगरीज हैं, चाहे वो आप हेल्थ की बात करिए या पर्सनल केयर की बात करिए, यहां पर इन्फ्लेशन जो आरबीआई का अपर टारगेट है दैट इज 6%, उससे ऊपर इन्फ्लेशन है, ठीक है, और प्राइसेस और ज्यादा हार्डन हो रही हैं. सो सेंटर एंड स्टेट दे मस्ट थिंक मेजर्स, उनको सोचना पड़ेगा कुछ ऐसे स्टेप्स, इंक्लूडिंग रेशनलाइजेशन ऑफ जीएसटी रेट्स टू हेल्प इट ease the inflationary burden on the economy. So they will have to come up with certain things that will help in easing the burden on the economy. With overseas demand yet to set to stay weak this year, untamed inflation risk hurting domestic consumption and thereby overall economic growth. If you talk about overseas demand, अगर आप overseas demand की बात करेंगे तो this entire year it is going to be weak. इस बार overseas demand आपकी बढ़ने वाली नहीं है. So uncontrolled inflation risk is hurting domestic consumption and overall it is impacting the economic growth. So we have to work on these. Policy makers, they will have to work on it. Okay. तो ये पूरा एक तरह से टेक्निकल आर्टिकल है. Concern and technical, right? Yes. So second article, this is inflation basis. तो रेट वगैरह दिया गया है तो यहाँ पर ये पूरी तरह से टेक्निकल है और आप कह सकते हैं कि कंसर्न भी है. So they will have to come up with certain policies to control all these things. Is it clear? समझ में आ गई सबको बातें? सो बोथ द आर्टिकल्स वी हैव डन. इन्फ्लेशन में हमेशा एक ही तरह की चीजें आपको देखने को मिलेंगी. दैट इज योर. हाँ. व्हाट वाज योर डाउट, अपूर्व? क्विकली कम टू मी. हाँ. Because we are already. See, whenever we have this data driven topic, so data you cannot keep in mind, but yes, what is the trend going on, inflation बढ़ रहा है, क्या चीजें हैं, तो of course these will help you. Okay, because after is a conjunction, so subordinate clause you cannot use will shall. Okay, so after I become, that is the rule. As you say na, once I become, so after I become, that is the same thing. Second part will be in future indefinite tense. Okay. So thank you guys. Please like this session, subscribe to our YT channel, share this session with others, and be regular. Maintain your regularity in editorial, okay, so that you can improve your English overall. Okay. So thank you guys. I'm ending this session.